how much of an emphasis was it for you guys to kind of make a statement? There's a lot of chatter after the MLS's back tournament and the way that you guys performed, but you really seemed very, very activated. How important was it to make a statement? And now as you look to Seattle, how do you build upon that?
Yeah, I don't think our goal was to go out there and make a statement in regards to the chatter that we got after Orlando. I think we don't hold any value on anyone's opinion who's not in the locker room. There's no point to take someone else's opinion on your team or how you're playing or anything, because it just doesn't matter. So we knew we wanted to perform better in Orlando, and it wasn't that we played poorly the entire tournament. It's that we had lapses in each game that we have to minimize. And if you go back and look at the games, there's large chunks of time where we played really well, but there's also those 15, 20-minute periods where we played poorly. And obviously in that kind of tournament environment, if you play bad for those periods of time, teams punish you, and that's what happened to us. And when we came home, we knew that we had to get back to work, and a lot of teams got 4 or 5, 6 days off. And we came back and we worked our butts off all the way up until FC game, and we went in there and put on a good performance, how we wanted to play, and we came out with 3 points.
Thank you, David. The next question is for Scott French. Scott, go ahead.
Hey, David. We had seen in the earlier games, as you kind of alluded to, some real defensive lapses. We saw the other day a really organized, really strong defense, one of the best defensive performances I've seen from this team in a number of years. What was the difference? What are you guys doing differently that enabled what we saw on Saturday?
We had a lot more time to prepare. We've been together since before MLS's back tournament and working all the way through this game. It's a lot different getting ready for a game and when you have 3 months to prepare rather than MLS's back tournament where it's tossed together and you have 2 to 3 weeks to prepare. It's different. It's not making an excuse for why we had those lapses in Orlando, but that's just the reality of it.
The next question is for Damian Calhoun. Damian, go ahead.
Hey, David, my question is, the schedule is set up the next 2 weeks. It's a Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday thing. How do you get yourself prepared mentally and physically for this kind of just a grind? You mean you're playing one day, you probably get one day off, and then you're on the field for training, then a game, and it's like it's coming real quick here.
Yeah, I think our team actually likes this schedule for us. We're actually playing Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, and then the following Sunday. So for us, it's more, as players, it's almost more enjoyable. Just you play a game, you have a couple of days to recover, then you play another game, and a couple of days to recover and play another game. The best part of being a professional soccer player is playing in the game. So when the games are sped up like this, obviously recovery is a big part of it, but we're playing games, and that's what we want to do, and we look forward to that.
Thank you, David. The next question is for Larry Morgan. Larry, your line's unmuted.
Hi, David. There's no question the defense has been struggling a bit this season. How satisfying is it to talk about the defense in a positive light for a change? It's got to be very satisfying, wouldn't you say?
No, it's nice, but it's kind of what I hit on a few questions ago. What people say about us that aren't in the locker room holds no weight. Kind of in one year, out the other, because the reality is you have a good game, they're saying you guys played great, and then if you have one mistake, like, oh, they're the worst defense in the league. So at the end of the day, when people talk positive or negative about us, it's in one year, out the other, because we have another game to get ready for on Wednesday, and the only people we need to listen to are those in this building.
Thanks, David. We have a question from Giovanni Garcia. Giovanni, go ahead.
Hey, David, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, congrats on the shutout on Saturday. My question is, how do you guys keep this momentum? I know you said you're not listening to the outside noise, but obviously this was a big game for you guys to win and to start things off right. We saw Seattle win 3-0 against a very tough opponent. How do you guys keep this momentum moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's just right now we have to recover. We had a tough one on the weekend in the middle of the day, and probably one of the hottest weeks we've seen here in LA this year. So we got to get the legs back under us and get ready for Seattle Wednesday. they played obviously last night. And if you actually watch the game, it was very similar to how some of the games went in Orlando, where the game was tied for a majority of the game, and then a 10-minute period it gets blown open. So Seattle came out with a win there, and they have a harder turnaround than we do. But that being said, once they show up Wednesday, once the whistle goes, we got to be ready to fight, and we have to come out with the same intensity we did against FC, and we're on our home field, so we need to win this game, and we got to get points, start climbing the leaderboard again.
Thank you, David. We have time for 2 more. Charles Blum, go ahead. Your line is unmuted.
Hey, David, thanks for speaking today. I was wondering if you could speak about the personality of your team. Do you guys feel like you have an identity that's taking shape? And could you speak a little bit about what that is, how you perceive yourselves?
Yeah, I mean, we're a hardworking team right now. It's a little different this year compared to last year, obviously, with the departure of Ibra and Chicha coming in and some other players. And this year it's a more balanced approach, and we're definitely able to defend with more numbers this year. And we worked a lot the past couple of weeks about how we want to be organized defensively, and then how we also have the attacking weapons to spring and hit people on the break and play on that side of the ball too. But right now it's a much more balanced team than I think we had in the past. And it just takes time for that unit to come together so we can really get on the same page and then implement our game plan day in and day out.